Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss about vascular tissues and their structure. We are going to discuss about xylem and phloem vessels. As you can see firstly in this picture, xylem vessel, we have the xylem vessel and phloem vessel. As you can see, the narrows in the xylem vessel are up, it shows the movement, let's say, of water only in one way, from the ground up to the leaf. And in the phloem vessel, we have the movement of assimilates or organic sugars in two-way flow from the place where they are produced, let's say, or to the place where they are needed. Let's start discussing about xylem tissue. Xylem tissues are made, or let's say xylem vessels are made of cells joining end to end by each other to form tubes. So these are cells which join end to end with each other to form tubes. The cells of the xylem tissues are dead cells, and the cell walls of the xylem vessel are covered with a strong material which is called lignin. And in the moment that lignin, let's say, covers or builds up around the cell, the content of the cell dies and forming, or let's say leaving, an empty space which is known as the lumen. So the space, the empty space after the cell becomes dead, it is called the lumen. And let's see which are the types of the cells found in the xylem tissue. As I mentioned in the previous section, we said that the xylem vessels are made up of vessel elements which are joined together end by end to form a long tube. Vessel elements are the first type of cells which are found in the xylem tissue, and they are involved in the transport of water. So the second type are tracheids. Tracheids are also cells joined together, and the point where the cells meet or to each other, it forms, let's say, an end wall which is called the pit. The pit, and we are going to discuss later on about the pit, which is a place with no lignin. The other type of the cells which are found in the xylem vessel are sclerenchyma fibers and parenchyma cells, which have, let's say, the function to support and give, let's say, strength or extra strength to the xylem vessels and to the plant. They give support to the plant, also to the leaf and to the root. Let's say that these are cells which have the same function as the parenchyma in the leaf or root or in stem in general. So I mentioned before the pits. The pits, which are parts where plasmodesmata are found and no lignin is laid down. We mentioned, let's say, that the tracheids or vessel elements were covered with lignin. But there are some points or small openings, or let's say some gaps, which are called pits, which, let's say, are not thickened with cellulose wall. Let's say that they have the ability to allow the water to pass from one cell to the cell. And so the water can be transported to the xylem vessel from the ground up to the leaf. The second type of the vascular tissue, it is the phloem tissue. The phloem, it is made up of continuous unique-like tube structures which are called the sieve tubes. Sieve tubes elements which are always accompanied with another type of cell which is known as companion cell. These sieve tube elements are joined end to end to form a continuous tube which is known as the sieve tube. So these sieve tube elements are joined together to form the sieve tubes. A sieve tube, it is a living cell, which means it has the characteristics of a living cell, and it is made up of cell wall. It has cytoplasm, it has mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, but there are no ribosomes, and nor there is any nucleus. And as I mentioned, each sieve element, it is associated with a companion cell. So if we make a general revision of the cells found in the phloem vessel, we have the sieve elements which form the sieve tubes, we have the companion cells, we have the parenchyma and the fibers which give support, let's say, to the vascular tissue phloem. Also, the place or the point where two sieve tubes meet to each other forms a structure which is known as sieve plate that we are going to discuss on other videos. As I mentioned in this video, the xylem has a function to transport water, while the phloem has a function to transport assimilates soluble organic substances like sugars, which are made in the process of photosynthesis in the leaf. This was the lesson for this video, xylem and phloem structure. Thank you.